Sometimes dyslexia gets identified really early on, like when somebody's 4, 5, 6 years old, maybe they just have some undeniable signs of it, and maybe they're in an environment where it's normal to screen for it and the screening is actually good. So they get screened or assessed, and then they receive the support or intervention that really makes a difference in their life. But other times, it's actually kind of common for it not to get identified till later, maybe high school or college, or maybe even in the workforce. And in those situations, when it gets identified, it can bring a lot of emotions. It can bring a lot of questions. One of which is, how did this not get spotted sooner? So let's talk about that. How did it not get spotted sooner? First, it could be just that screening has come a long way for dyslexia, and requiring people to be screened for dyslexia, that has come a long way. There's still a long way to go, but there has been a significant period of time where it just wasn't screened for. But also, it's pretty common when you find people who were late diagnosed that when they were younger, they developed a ton of really, really significant strategies for compensating with the challenges that they experienced because of their dyslexia. And they didn't attribute that to being dyslexic. It was just like, oh yeah, these are just the things that I have to do to be able to function. And for those stories, like with those individuals, often the reason that it's found is that the strategies that they've come up for compensating get outpaced by what's required of them by their school, by their job. And that's the point where they're like, I'm falling apart and I don't know what to do. And so they start looking for answers, and they find the answer like, oh, it's dyslexia. And that's such a unique experience because it's like, well, on the one hand, way to go at being really good at coming up with strategies. And on the other hand, I'm sorry that you had to, because that's hard. And then there's always that question of like, what would I have done? What would I have maybe even been capable of if instead of having to spend all that effort coming up with compensating strategies, I had support and was able to put that energy towards other things, towards exploring, towards learning, towards growing. It's a big question. It's a big thing.